Pisces, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. Let's start with your main energy. Okay, your first message today is, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. This message, Pisces, reminds us that negative things in life are as permanent as you allow them to be. They come in. We cannot control that, obviously, but we can decide to walk away from them at any time, even when it hurts, even when it's difficult overall. There is something here that you are moving away from, something or someone who doesn't give love anymore, not the kind you're looking for at least. And now it's time to choose something different, time to choose you, and time to get out of your comfort zone as much as possible, because at the end of the day, that's where life begins. That's where opportunities are. So let's see what this message is about. Let's see what it is that you're going through, Pisces, and let's start with your reading. Okay. All right. Well, what I see right away is that there's a lot of confusion regarding a situation, whether this is something that it's happening right now or something that has happened in the past and that right now is impacting you for some reason. We see how you were dealing with someone and with a situation who was possibly presenting itself in a way that didn't really reflect reality at all. The magician is someone who's really good at manipulating the environment around them and the perception that also people have of them. But this Two of Pentacles reversed reminds us that there is just so much that you can fake until you cannot juggle anymore in between all the personas, all the realities that you have created. I fear that this was one of those situations where love and charm might have blinded you in a way. And we need to understand what purpose this person has served on your journey as soon as we start clarifying, because even bad experiences have a purpose and we always have the power to walk away from them and transform them into something that will benefit us in the end. But first, we need to truly own reality instead of owning the fantasy of what the situation is or could have been. We see also with the Four of Pentacles that this person was holding a lot of information and holding the truth overall about something here. They might have made a lot of promises. Really charming personality, sweet talker, someone who knows how to make it hard to say no to them and to what they have to offer. But that's not all. I also see here that at the time, there was something that changed around you. You took a risk while being with this person. Maybe you moved to a new city or you took a financial risk. Overall, you got out of your comfort zone. And that made you more vulnerable in the moment, which made it easier for you to believe certain things because you needed to believe them at the time, if that makes sense. You might have had communication issues, which is easy to understand given the fact that this person was hiding behind a mask. And eventually you started giving up on the idea that this could have actually become what you initially hoped. Was it easy? Not at all. But you did realize that it was time to take the situation in your hands. Time to choose love again. If someone makes you more miserable than they make you happy, then why stay? The best thing to do is to let them go, regardless of how much you love them in the moment, regardless of how long you've been with them. Now, in the heart of the reading, very important message: 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Empress. We see conflict, we see you moving away from conflict, focusing on something else and letting it go, and finally you finding yourself. Now, Pisces, let me say that this person has actually helped you a lot. You might not see this, but they really have helped you realize what you don't need in your life. Some of your old beliefs when it comes to love and when it comes to relationships have truly changed. And now you know when it's time to fight for someone. 5 of Wands, go through conflict and try to beat down the competition, try to really come out on top. And when instead it's time to run away from them as much as possible, time to forget about the possibility of having a connection with them. We are all learning how to love. And this, at the end of the day, made you discover yourself. With this Empress right here, we see that this breakup, heartbreak, opened up your eyes. And although it was painful, it created a new perspective, a new vision, and made you love yourself more. This might have been the first time that you truly put yourself first, and the first time that you truly relied on your intuition to guide you through a confusing situation. What you know is that you have realized that you were with a selfish person and that you've believed someone who was a liar. What you don't know is that this situation has laid the foundation for everything that is coming afterward. Do not underestimate the importance of these moments, because they truly change everything for you. And we can already see it with the next few cards. But before getting there, with this Queen of Swords, we see a very important pivotal moment that for some of you has already happened, but for most of you instead, this is about to happen soon. There is a conversation, a very clear, straightforward conversation, and it's dynamic. The things that will be said will be unexpected for the both of you. This might happen after a while that the two of you haven't talked. The temperature has definitely cooled down here with the Queen of Swords. And someone might be about to send a message, start a conversation. What I see here is that you're entering this conversation armed with all the strength and self-love that you can never gather together, honestly. Walking into that room knowing that this person is going to lie out of their teeth, but this time not caring anymore. Their words, their energy, somehow it's not impacting you anymore at all. You worked out a way to see them for who they really are, without that magic and charm that they always surrounded themselves with. Now you see them for who they really are, and you know what? In that room, you'll feel much taller than you are. Obviously, we're talking energy-wise. There is something here that shows a realization from you. And now you might be thinking, is this the person I was crazy in love with? Wait a second, that's not possible. This is someone else. You'll be in this belief, not recognizing them at yourself either as well. Overall, you are ready to truly set the record straight, speak your mind, and then leave without even waiting to hear what they're going to say. This whole conversation might happen in person or just via text. And I feel that if it is via text, you might block them right after you reply. Now, what is coming next? Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups. What's important to see here is that you are walking away, obviously. We see it with the 8 of Cups, and this time, for good. You might be taking advantage of the new year starting off and just deciding that you're not going to bring any of this energy in your new year, in the new cycle. We see this cup right here burning and just forgetting about everything that you thought this person represented for you. It's interesting. Often we avoid letting go because we are afraid of the unknown and the hurt that the detachment process can bring to us. But right here, I see you thinking, you know what? I'm learning to love the sound of my feet walking away. And I know that I'm going to be fine. I know that somewhere else I'm going to start something new and I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to be me, especially. You find strength into the pain, into the disappointment, and honestly, this makes you invincible. Plus, we were saying that often it's hard to walk away because we don't know where we are actually walking towards, right? Well, look at this card on here, the Lovers. It's clear that there is a shift and that someone is going to deeply regret lying to you, not valuing you, but it will be too late. Once this lover's phase starts out for you, the past will only be a distant memory. So distant that it won't impact you anymore, not even 1%. So what's going on next in your love life at this point? There is a lot that we need to clarify. Let's start clarifying the messages and see how the situation is going to change after this lover's energy finally comes in. I don't believe that the past person is completely gone, since their attachment to you is actually growing right now. But we'll have to clarify that. Let's see where this lover's energy is coming from, who this person is, if this is another one of those situations that look absolutely amazing at first and then not so much after a few months, or if this is truly the person you were meant to end up with. Sometimes we go through a lot of not so great relationships so that we can finally get redirected to the one who can truly make it all worth it. Is this the year where you're finally going to meet the right person, Pisces? Let's look into it and let's see what you should expect for the next 12 months. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Pisces, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. This week, actually, I am offering also yearly readings, personal yearly readings. We go month by month to see what you should expect, and the reading will actually be 45 minutes long. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Pisces. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the World. And this is a major card, very important to see it at this moment because this is really confirming to us that you're about to start a brand new cycle in your life. And sometimes it's hard to believe. It's hard to have faith after going through so much and finally believe that things can still work out for us. But this is telling you that the world that is shaping up around you is exactly what you were expecting, is an extension of who you are inside, an extension of who you want it to be, and overall, a world that meets your expectations, finally. Not just the short-term expectations, but the long-term as well. And right here, obviously, Ten of Pentacles, the Star, this is looking pretty good for you. But it's important to understand also what brought you here. And this lesson that we've seen in the middle of the reading was fundamental. You understanding that you don't need a relationship. You don't need someone. You have everything that you need with this Empress energy. You're beautiful. You're independent. And when you finally open up to someone, it has to be because they bring something to your life. They don't take something away from it. Love has to be an addition. And when instead there is a lot of friction and a lot of confusion, when you have doubts and you wonder to yourself, should I walk away? Then the answer is already yes. So let's see though what you should expect in the near future, Pisces, because we see that as soon as you walk away with this Eight of Cups, this Ace of Wands comes up. That is the spark. That is exactly that new beginning that we've seen with the world. So let's start by clarifying the Ace of Wands, and let's start by seeing what you should expect in the near future. My God, Pisces. Okay. Wow, the Fool. Listen, this is actually very, very important. What we see right here is that what you need to do, it's actually not